We out here staying connected. My brother. How you doing, my man? Introduce yourself.
My name is Mark Brown.
Mark, nice to meet you, man. It's my first time. You know what? Actually, I don't think it is my first time. I think we might have met years ago, but we done got older, so we look different.
Right.
My brother K, you's Peoples.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, man. What's up, man? So, what's your battle, man? What you went through?
Drug recovery and addiction. Cocaine addiction.
Let's do this, man. We're going to talk in the middle of the conversation. Let's use the street slangs. Hard, soft, fat. You know what I mean? Stay away from those and those words where people be hurting. You know what I mean? We're going to use them words up out of here.
Got you, my
That's just for our safety, all right? But what was your choice? Soft, hard?
Hard.
Hard? How long you put in, man?
16 years.
16? How that door open for you?
My first wife. Let me rephrase that. My second wife was an addict and kept seeing all these different movements. You know, being locked in the bathroom, staying in the bathroom. Signs. Yeah, telling me my stomach hurt and didn't understand. So I was living in Louisville, Kentucky at the time, and came home from working the Indianapolis Colts game one day, and came in and said, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "What's so great about this? Let me find out what's so great about it."
So how'd you know? Wait. Retract. You came home. You seen the signs.
Yes.
You didn't know, but you had an idea.
Yes.
How did you find out exactly this is what she's doing? Did you
just happened to walk in one day, man. Just had to had a house. We had two bathrooms.
Okay.
Just happened to walk in one day, man, and this funny smell, and just seen something smoking from the trash can where they tried to hide the
paraphernalia
in the trash can. And that's when I discovered. I said, "Well, you came out, so you got to come clean now."
Got to be more careful.
Yeah.
Smoke coming out the trash and it ain't on fire.
yeah.
She done wrapped up something, huh?
Right. It's true. And, said, so one Sunday morning, man, I got up. I work for a company called Rocket, man. I traveled to different venues and had a Colts game. So, I was a beer vendor. Go work 3 quarters, man, come back home with $500-$600 in your pocket just from being a beer vendor. Right. I came in one day, the same day, like I said, found that trash can smoking. I said, "Man, what's so great about this?"
You had a pocket full of money when you said.
Pocket full of money. And I was like, "Call your people back, go get something." She said, "No, because if you do it, you're going to get hooked. And I don't want to be responsible for you doing it." I said, "I'm a grown man. It's my choice. Call your people." I said, "How much you need?" She said, "What you want?" You want my pocket? Put $100 out. Get it. And guy came and she's like, gave me her thing, told me how to do it. And I sat there, and from there, man, I hit it. And I was stuck for about 10-15 minutes.
Off of the first one.
Off of the first one.
Did she coach you through it, or you just puffed it like a normal puff?
Like a normal puff, man.
Yeah, so you took a lot.
Yeah. And after that, she said, "So what do you think?" I said, "It's okay." She said, "Do you want some more?" And I was like, "Yep, sure do." And off to the races I went. Louisville, Kentucky, man, and that was in about 2006, man.
You remember how old you was then? Ballpark?
Oh, shoot, I'm 57 now, so I was in my 40s.
But you was old enough to know.
Yeah.
What it had already, put it like this, you had already seen New Jack City.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
only difference was I wasn't Pookie.
Well, no. And I say that because, I know people that just picked up dope, like in the last couple of years. Like, you don't know what it does to people.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? You had already seen the damage that it did, not only to the community, but people close to you and people you know, and probably some family members. And you was watching it happen to her.
Yeah. So,
So I say that to say, when I say most people see New Jack, man, then you went out there and did that shit. How do you feel now that you've put that time in? Okay? Knowing what you should have known then before you picked it up? Because you knew what she was doing. And you ain't the first person I heard this story from, but I've been wanting to really know. You know what I'm saying? Because when I damage myself, like, you know, I talk to people now, like, man, you know what this is going to do to you. You know you shouldn't have it, but your body's going to like it.
Right.
And that's what happened with you. Your body liked that first one.
Yep. And so I look at it from when I first started, you know, and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into.
Mm-hmm.
You know, didn't know nothing about hard, soft, didn't know nothing about anything. But like you said, once you got that first one into me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I was off to the races. You know, I was like I was in the Kentucky Derby. You know, had to have it. You know, but looking back then and what I know now, it's not.
Yeah, it ain't it.
It's that's not even it, man. And it, you know, it took when I came home when she went to prison for 3 years. I up and left Louisville, moved back home to Columbus in 2009.
You left her?
I just left her in Kentucky. No.
Was you running from the dope, getting rid of her?
I was both. Okay. I actually was both because I felt like, you know, we had 2 kids at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I knew I was a better person than that. So I just up and left Louisville, packed up and came back home.
And this is when you got out at the time.
Well, no, I was
So
straight.
you moved with the addiction still.
Yeah, I moved with the addiction.
Yeah.
But coming back home,
Damn, that had to be hard, man.
coming back home to Columbus, I didn't know nobody like I knew in Kentucky.
So you thought you wouldn't run into it?
I didn't think, you know, that's to keep it real 100, bro.
That's it right there. You think you don't run into it, but like I
Right.
told you, and why we got up to where we at,
Right.
your body was asking for it.
Right.
It ain't gonna knock on your door. It's up to you to go look for it or not.
And then when I came back home, you know, I think I was good for about the first 7 months or whatever. And one day ran into somebody that knew somebody that liked me. And, you know, they presented themselves like they doing good or whatever. And then one day they just pulled the paraphernalia out and said, "You don't mind?" And I was like, "Mind what?" And they said, "I get high." And I was like, "Nah, go ahead." But then, as soon as they did it, that smell and that trigger.
Yep.
And that person said, "Do you want some?" And I said, "Nah." They said, "You sure?" I said, "Fuck it." You know, but I said...
You had already had it in your mind anyway, didn't you?
Yeah, it was there.
When you seen it.
Yeah, so they was like...
Honesty, I like that, bro.
You want to use mine? I said, "Nah, go get my own," you know, because you don't know what people was doing. And from that time on, man, I just kept going, you know, and I had money. And then when my money gone, I said, "Damn, I got to come up with another hustle."
Yeah.
And came up with this other hustle, and I beat my addiction off my hustle.
So did you ever, how long did it take you, man, to really, really land on your feet when you came here? Because you even moving here, you wasn't on your feet.
Well,
you came off balance. You had some money and had some income coming, but you hadn't had a chance to have that straight sober life. How long did it take you to get there? Or did it take you when you got locked up?
It took this year. When I came home, I was good. I was stable. Okay. You know, I had my mom, so you know, so I had a place to go. So you know, and then I got my own place, and you know.
So you ain't burned no bridges.
No, never burned no bridges. Yeah. Never burned no bridges.
That's good stuff, man.
But it took this last time. August 25th, 2025. Had to go to court on a case.
Okay.
And I didn't know they were going to test me. I didn't know this county was going to test me. Mm-hmm. Told me I had to go pee. I'm like looking like they don't do this in Franklin County. I'm sitting there looking, so I go down and pee. I come back up, and the man was like, came up. All you had to do was tell me you used.
And we could protect you if you'd have told them.
We could have worked this out.
Mm-hmm.
And that judge is like, "Well, I'm revoking your recognizance bond." And they locked me up for 32 days. And after the first 2 days in there, man, I got to thinking like, man, what am I doing? I'm 57 years old. I'm not getting no younger.
Right. It ain't even fun no more.
Ain't even fun. So in the same process, I got it in my head. I got to change because I'm going to lose people that care about me, people that I hurt. And, you know, I did hurt a family member before I got locked up.
Was this due to the addiction?
Yeah. I was hired to do a job, and I did majority of the job, but I didn't finish the job.
Right.
And and it still sits on my heart today, which I'm going to make amends with the people that I hurt on that. But
that's real. You're doing that right now. You know that?
Yeah.
You're making amends right now.
So
just owning it. Me
being locked up in this county, and it took a lot, man. And this female deputy came to me, who does reentry. She's like, called my name. I was like, right here, ma'am. And she's like, I'm so pissed off right now. They never told me that you was a veteran. And I was like, yeah, I'm a veteran. And she said, do you need help? I said, yeah, I do need some help. I want help. Never court order anything. She said, well, you got a drug problem? I said, yeah. She said, well, I'm going to get this guy from the VA come and talk to you, and we can get you out of here to get the help that you need. The guy came and talked to me. He said, it's going to take about a week or two. And so I'm sitting in jail, time going past. I ain't got no court date, don't know what's going on, none of that. God put this guy in my life who came in on an OBI charge but had to serve 7 days. And he's like, man, he said, you're a nice guy, man, and all this. He said, his fiance at the time found out what my court date was. This guy ordered me commissary, and his wife blessed me and put money on my book so I can be able to call home to my girl and to see what was going on. So then my lawyer called. I was supposed to go to court, and they never coming to me to court, so I'm depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I going to court? So then I look on the kiosk machine, and they said, you got a attorney visit coming the next day.
Wow.
So my lawyer called, and he came. Well,
did you know about the attorney?
Yeah, he was my attorney when I got locked up.
Okay.
But so I hadn't heard from him the whole time that I was in there. So so I did my video visit, and he's like, "How you doing, Mr. Brown?" I said, "I'm doing all right." So I got into my manhood, apologized to him for not being honest. When he asked me, "Did I have a drug problem?" I said, "No." We got past that. He said, "No, let's move forward." He said, "Well, you got instructed into the substance abuse program as a veteran at the VA in Chillicothe." He said, "All I need you to do is the prosecutor going to drop the criminal trespassing. They just need you to plead guilty to your other charge."
Yeah.
I said, "No problem." And he said, "Now I'm telling you, the judge ain't gonna let you go home that day. He gonna hold you until your bed comes available, which is October the 6th. So I go to court on that Friday. I plead guilty. Judge talked to me. He said, "I understand you asked for help." He said, it ain't court ordered, but he said, "The only thing I'm going to put in the order is that you finish the program and do all recommendations that they ask you to do when you get done." He said, "I do want to let you go home because I know you got a sick mom or whatever," but he said, "Under my good judgment, I'm going to sentence you to 10 more days, and you'll get out on October the 6th when your VA rep come and pick you up to drop you off."
Right.
He said, "Do you have a problem with that?" I said, "No." So October the 6th to November the 4th, I got to the program. It took me a few days to see how it was going to go. And once I got into it, man, and being around fellow veterans, made me feel
more comfortable.
Made me feel more comfortable because they, as we taught as military men, no man left behind.
No man left behind.
So I grasped it. I started paying attention. I started reading my books, going to classes, doing different things, going to meetings. When they took us off off the base or whatever. You know, ate every day. And I start seeing my health getting better, me getting better. And upon graduating on November the 3rd and coming home on the 4th, you know, been home almost a little bit over a month now. But I got 95 days clean.
Man, congratulations
95,
to you, brother.
95 days clean.
Congratulations.
So
man.
I've been home and I've been doing my little aftercare program. Now reporting probation. I didn't even have to, but I sent my drug results because I go twice a week and just pee for 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I sent my drug results to my probation officer to get to the judge, and she's like, you know, you didn't have to do that. I said, I did it for the satisfaction to let you know that I came out.
That's just done. And it feels good to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Feel good to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it feels good to wake up with what you went to bed with the night before.
Yeah. And so, you know, I put in my recovery, my Lord and Savior, but my motto is, Lord, keep me 1% better than I was yesterday.
Yeah.
24 hours, one day at a time. So, you know, and that's my prayer every night, that I'm 1% better than I was the day before.
Good stuff, man. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't ashamed to tell you that I love you, my man, for doing what you did and for being you.
Thank you.
Because you're another example to somebody else that don't know which way to go.
So now I just feel like, you know, it's time to get back. You know, I started a little veterans group, you know, with some of the guys that I met down there. You know, we get together, you know, which is not a lot of, I commend what you're doing, but some of these treatment facilities here in Columbus, they don't have no aftercare program. And that's what keeps me strong.
Something consistent.
I do an aftercare program 3 days a week. 9 o'clock Monday, 6 o'clock on Tuesdays, and then 9 to 11 on Wednesdays. So I can go in person or I can do it on my little iPad.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna throw something else at you too, man. We have our men African male new wellness groups. We talk every month. We get together as groups, man, different places, man. We do our thing. You know, we eat, we talk, and we build. I would love to invite you to the next one, bro. I'll pick you up if you need to.
Sure.
You feel what I'm saying? I love to. You got a hell of
Give
a
me the
testimony.
date. Give me the date and time.
I got you. I'm gonna share your information. We're gonna lock in before I leave up out of here. But before I go out of here, I got one more question I wanted to ask you before I leave. I normally get into triggers and things of that nature, but we're gonna deal with that another time, man, because you seem to have everything intact. And I don't like to open up Band-Aids, but what I do want to open up is because I'm looking for your expression. You have any regrets?
No.
No regrets?
No. No regrets whatsoever.
Okay.
You know, I tell myself, if they said you can go back and change anything, I wouldn't change it.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Besides the thing that you have to mend, right?
Right.
With the other person.
With the other person.
Well, you just started that today.
Yeah.
I mean, out loud.
You know,
anyway.
and to me, you know, family is everything to me. You know, that's deep. That's deep in my heart. And one thing I can say, through this whole ordeal, my kids never looked at me no different.
Good stuff.
You know,
that's good stuff right there,
you know,
bro. Seriously.
Till one day, I get a phone call and they said, "Dad, where you at? We coming to see you." Was never expecting that a day in my life, and they came down about 5 days before Halloween, bought me food, brought my grandkids, but my son and my daughter came and his family, and he's like, "Here, Dad, here's some money." I said, "Nah, I don't need no money. I'm good. I got everything here." And he said, "Dad, put this in your pocket." And I said, "Well, give it to the grandkid."
Yeah.
He said, "No." He said, "I know there's something down here you might want to buy," which is a whole PX store down there, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up keeping it, but, you know, but it was just, you know, he never threw it in my face, "I ain't giving you no money because you ain't going to do nothing but go out and..."
That felt good, though.
Yeah, it felt good, though.
Because you probably, you know, went through that.
Yeah.
You know, you got your trust back with people, man. And that's one of the biggest things that I hear from most people, man, is that I got the trust back. I got faith in me a little more.
And one thing I can say through this, I don't think I'm better than nobody, and I never forget where I came from because I did it.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm clean and I'm clean, I'll never forget where I came from. So that's not going to make me better than you at all. My recovery might be different from yours, you know, but I have a format the way I do mine.
Right.
And
it's working for you.
Yeah. And the good thing about it is, I got numbers I can call if I feel like I want to go out there and use again. Not just family, but I got my fellow veteran. I got a sponsor. I can call 24 hours a day and say, hey, I'm having, I'm struggling.
So at the end of the day, ain't no more excuses, right?
No.
We team clean.
All right.
My God, before we get up out of here, I want you to say something positive to one of these brothers out here, man, that's trying to make that transition and change his life as well, man. Say something to him, man.
If I could say anything, Rome wasn't built overnight. Take one day at a time. You got to crawl before you can walk again. Take them baby steps to get back on your feet. Just take one day at a time, man. Tell yourself that you can do this. And as I said before, be 1% better than you was the day before. And just 24 hours, one day at a time.
There you go. Y'all heard that from my guy. Another success story. We out here staying connected. Let's go.